Okay, get this. What if a massive breakthrough from one of the world's biggest AI labs, something that took them almost 2 years to build, was replicated by a single person almost overnight? Well, this isn't sci-fi. It just happened. And it basically changes everything we thought we knew about how fast AI is moving. Let's dive right in. So this is the sentence that kicked the whole thing off. It's from a developer, Lloyd Ives. And notice, there's no big announcement, no flashy press release, just this super simple, powerful idea. I saw something cool, so I built it. That's the whole new reality right there. But the real question is, how fast did he do it? 1 hour. After watching a video about Google's brand new AI, Lloyd sat down and used other AI tools for about an hour to build his own version. Yeah, you heard that right. He used AI to build AI. Just let that sink in for a second. A project that represents a huge leap forward in AI, cloned by one guy in the time it takes to watch a movie. So yeah, this is the core of the story. In about 60 minutes, Lloyd put together an AI agent that can literally see a computer screen and then use a keyboard and mouse to get things done. All of it inspired by the super cutting-edge research from Google DeepMind. It's an incredible sign of how fast the future is showing up. Okay, so that brings us to the inspiration itself. I mean, to really get why a 1 hour clone is such a big deal, you have to understand what the original actually is. We need to talk about what Google just built. Meet Sima 2. This is a totally new breed of AI agent. You know, old game bots, they would plug right into the game's code. Sima 2, it plays like we do. It just looks at the pixels on the screen, and it uses a virtual keyboard and mouse. It has to figure things out by watching and trying things, just like a person. And you can really see the evolution on this slide. Over on the left, that's Sima 1 from just 20 months ago. It was basically an instruction follower. You could say, climb the ladder, and it would do it. But Sima 2, on the right, that's a strategist. It's powered by Google's Gemini models, their top-tier AI, and it can look at a big, complex goal and actually reason its way to a solution. It doesn't just follow orders, it makes a plan. And the numbers here, wow, they really tell the story. On a bunch of tough tasks, the original Sima only succeeded about 31% of the time. A human player, around 76%. But look at Sima 2. It rocketed all the way up to 65%. It closed most of that gap to human-level performance in less than 2 years. I mean, that trajectory is just insane. But here's the real secret sauce. Sima 2 can teach itself. It uses one part of its AI brain to dream up new goals, another part to play the game, and then a third part to grade how well it did. It's creating its own homework and then grading it. This is that feedback loop that creates exponential growth. It's an AI that just gets better and better, all on its own, 24/7. So back to Lloyd. How in the world did this 1 hour clone even happen? Let's break down how he did it, because he didn't need a billion-dollar research lab. He just cleverly stitched together some really powerful open-source AI tools that anyone can get their hands on. And, the architecture is actually pretty straightforward when you look at it. You need a piece for vision. Those are the AI's eyes. You need a language model to understand the goal. That's the brain. A memory system so it can learn from the past. And finally, an action head to actually do stuff. Those are the hands. So for the eyes and part of the brain, he used a powerful open source model called LlamaNext. This thing is what's called multimodal. It understands both pictures and text. So it can literally look at a screenshot from a game and describe what's happening, all while keeping the main goal in mind. For memory, he used something called a vector database. The easiest way to think about this is like the AI's long-term memory. Every single thing it tries, whether it works or not, gets stored. So when it runs into a similar problem later, it can pull up those old memories and make a smarter choice. That's how it actually learns. And finally, you've got the action head. This is the last crucial piece of the puzzle. It translates the AI's internal thoughts into actual physical actions. Moving the mouse, pressing the W key, clicking a button. It's the bridge that connects the AI's mind to the digital world. So let's zoom out for a second. This isn't just a story about a cool video game AI or one smart developer. This is a story about the absolutely mind-bending acceleration of technology. What was a frontier research project yesterday is literally becoming a weekend project today. This whole thing perfectly illustrates a famous idea in AI called the bitter lesson. And the idea is really simple. You'll always lose if you try to hand code intelligence piece by piece. The systems that win, every single time, are the general ones that we just feed massive amounts of data and computing power to and then let them learn on their own. Sima 2 and its clone, They're the bitter lesson in action. And this timeline, this is where it gets really wild. It took Google's world-class team 20 months to get from SEMA 1 to SEMA 2. But after they announced it, the open source community replicated the core ideas in a matter of days. The innovation cycle isn't just speeding up, it's compressing at a rate we've never seen before. So why does any of this matter to you, right? Well, an AI that can learn any video game just by watching it can also learn any piece of software on your computer just by watching you. That line between specialized tools and general agents is just vanishing. It means the most valuable skill is no longer doing the task, but telling the AI what the goal is. And don't forget, if you put an agent like this in a robot, the real world, that's just the next game to master. And this is the part we really have to get our heads around. As researcher Julia McCoy points out, these systems, they don't have a built-in stop button that kicks in once they reach human-level skill. They're designed for nonstop, continuous improvement. They're not built to just reach our level. They're built to blow right past it. The bottom line is we are walking into a totally new reality. The power to create a reasoning, learning AI agent is no longer locked away in a few big, heavily funded labs. It's quickly becoming a standard part of the toolkit for any developer anywhere on Earth. And if you take one thing away from all of this, let it be this. The time it takes for a huge breakthrough at a major institution to be replicated and made available to everyone is collapsing. It's gone from years to months to, as we just saw, days, maybe even hours. So that leaves us with one last really empowering question. These tools, the ones that let us build truly incredible things, are becoming more available every single day. The question isn't if we'll have access to this power anymore. The question is what we choose to do with it. So, what will you create?